welcome. Hopefully there's someone here. If someone could just pop on again and say they can hear me. I've actually been mucking around with my microphone settings, so I'm hoping that you actually can hear me okay. So if someone could just give me a little bit of feedback, that'd be lovely. At this stage, I'll assume you all can and keep going. Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly tapping circle on the spiritual events directory. Before I introduce myself and we kind of get into it, just make sure you've got a pen and paper because I ask you to jot some things down as we go. And also a drink of water. Sometimes, these things, I don't know why, you just seem to need to have a drink. Okay, so I am Denise. I am a emotional freedom technique practitioner and a life coach. I live in Tasmania. Oh, good. Jackie can hear me. Brilliant. So excellent. Hi, Jackie. Emotional freedom technique, which is also called tapping, and a life coach. My favourite thing to do generally is help people move forward, take positive steps so they can feel happier, more confident, and can feel, I don't know, like release those blocks so that they feel they can step forward and step up in their life. I also really quite like dealing with the emotional side of pain and the stress associated with that. So we might do that in the next couple of weeks as well if someone, so they're my favourite couple of things to do. But emotional freedom technique covers basically anything emotional that comes up for you. So, the emotional reasons or feelings behind things. So EFT deals with, cravings, phobias, anger, confidence, anxiety, I've already said confidence, just sort of anything that has an emotional thing behind trauma. So, like a car accident, PTSD, it's being used for in America in the armed forces. Pain, just so anything that's got an emotional and stress associated with it. So just about everything, basically. So that's what I do. More than happy to chat to anyone afterwards that wants to follow something up or has some more questions. So basically, I'll just pop up if I can get it to work, up there. Basically, as I'm going through, just follow through the tapping points. There we go. This is Dr. Peter Stapleton. She's an Australian psychologist. She's just been awarded an award through the Psychological Psychiatrists Association. She's really huge in tapping circles, is doing a lot of research on tapping and the emotional and the stress and how it can help. So that's her thing, so I thought I'd just acknowledge her. So they're the tapping points. I generally don't use the one under the arm. Just makes me feel like I lose my flow, but feel free to use that. Hi, May. Hi, Susan. So basically just follow along, repeat after me. Hopefully some things will come up for you. If, a word or a phrase I use really, bring some intensity to it, jot it down. Or if you suddenly remember, like a memory or an occasion, jot that down because that's stuff you want to work on outside of what we're covering. This is, we're just going to be quite a broad, on a tapping circle where there's lots of people, it's generally quite broad. It can be hard to get into something really specific, but we'll do our best. So, all right, let's go. Let me just take this back off the screen for you. I think I'm pushing the right buttons. Yes. Hi to Franny as well. So, and any suggestions on future? I know someone did want to do cravings, so I will get to that in the next couple of weeks. Anything else, feel free to send me a message or pop it up on here and we'll see. We can definitely cover that sort of stuff. The other thing I thought we might do if anyone wants to volunteer is 1 week actually do this with a person. So you get an idea on if you're doing a one-on-one what it would actually be like. The only trouble is, you know, the person has to understand that it's going to be a lot of people watching, and some stuff might come up that may be a bit personal. So, yeah. Anyway, if someone would like to volunteer for that, feel free to send me a message. Just that someone suggested that might be a nice idea. So we'll see how we go. All right. So last week we looked at accepting ourselves, and quite a few people that felt they mentioned they felt a bit better, which is great. You know, and I kind of was thinking along the lines of once we start to accept ourselves and feel comfortable in ourselves, then we can look at, you know, taking those steps forward in our life. So tonight's on being brave and stepping forward and stepping up and stepping into the space you want to be in. So, so that's where we're going to tonight. Again, any sort of thing that crops up for you guys, feel free to, make some comments. So let me just see my notes. So I've basically written, you know, it could be stepping up into, you know, applying for a new job and feeling scared about applying for a new job, or taking a course, or, you know, it could be, you know, being more assertive with your kids' teachers, you know, like whatever it is that you hold back in, because, you know, we all do. Like, it's just our nature is to stay safe. So, but sometimes we really want to step up, move forward, and we feel blocked. So I thought that's what we'd work on today. Hi, Rani and Anna and Wendy. Good to see you all here. All right, so what we're going to tap on first, just so that we're all, so that we're all sort of centered and in the right frame of mind, because depending on where you're all from, we've all probably, you know, rushed home from work, sat down, and now just need to find, you know, a little bit of breathing space so that we can focus on ourselves and get into it. All right, so we'll do a little bit on feeling grounded and centered and ready to work, so on ourselves. Okay, so just follow along. Even though I don't feel grounded and present, I choose to accept myself. Even though I don't feel grounded and present, I choose to accept myself. Even though I don't feel present, I choose to accept myself. Okay, so we'll just run through the tapping points, just follow along. Really, you can't get the points wrong. You're just going to tap naturally where it feels comfortable for you, and that's going to be the right spot. So I choose to feel grounded. I choose to take this time for myself. I choose to slow down and take time. I choose to be present. I choose to be grounded. I choose to be here for me. I feel a little bit scattered. It's been a busy day, but now it's time to take a breath and focus on myself. Take a little bit of time for myself. I choose to take time for myself. I choose to be present. I choose to be grounded. I choose to be present. I choose to be grounded. I'm feeling more relaxed. I'm feeling more relaxed. There's a lot going on. I've had a lot going on today. I feel a bit all over the place, but I'm starting to feel grounded. I choose to feel grounded. I choose to feel present. I choose to be here. I choose to be here. I'm taking time for myself. I choose to take this time for myself. I'm choosing to work on myself. I'm choosing to be present. I'm choosing to be centered. I'm choosing to be grounded. I choose to take time for myself. Okay, everyone, just deep breath. Hopefully that's you feeling like you're now ready to, get into it. Sorry, I just need to, my computer's just dropped something up in the corner. So take a deep breath, give you a couple of seconds to have a think about where you feel blocked. What is it in your life that you want to step up and do or would like to start to do, or move forward, and see where you're feeling blocked. So write that down. So yeah, just have a think while we're doing that. Hi to everyone else that's popped on. Tylee and Amy, welcome. Yeah, so those that have just popped on, we're looking at where we can be brave in our life, and where we want to step up and step into something. And what is it you want to step into that you're having trouble just taking those first steps? So if anyone, hopefully everyone's had a chance to write something down while you're doing this. Anyone wants to share, feel free. Totally fine if you don't. So while you're thinking about that, doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be something really little, because sometimes these little things are, they grow into big things. So if something that, you think, oh, that's just silly, it's not silly. It's popped into your head for a reason. So that's your thing tonight. That's what you're going to look at. So when you think about this particular thing that you want to feel, you want to start to do, or that you just, can't step up and step forward, how intense is that feeling on, a 0 to a 10? 0 is totally fine with it, which is great. And 10 is stresses me out beyond belief. So I'll give you a couple of minutes just to think on that, and then we'll start into some tapping. Again, if anyone would like to share their number or their situation, feel free. Love to get some feedback as well. All right, so hopefully you've all had a chance to do that, and we will start. Let me just flip some pages. Even though I can't get started, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I can't get started, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I can't get started, I choose to love and accept myself. There's things I want to do, but I just can't seem to get started. I want to step up, but I can't. I want to be brave. I want to make changes. I want to step up, but I just can't. I can't be brave. I can't step up. I can't move forward. I can't make the changes I want. I can't make the changes I want. I can't make the changes I want. I want to feel brave. I want to do it, but something stops me. I don't know what it is, but something gets in the way. I get in the way. I stop myself, but I don't know why. I make excuses. I find ways to get out of it, and then I get frustrated. I want to make changes, I want to step up. I want to make changes. Okay, a couple of nice big deep breaths. While you're doing that, just sort of check in with yourself. Has your intensity shifted somewhere? Are we still the same number? If we are, we probably haven't hit on the right phrase for you yet. Hopefully we'll do that as we go along. Hopefully for some of you it's come down already, just by acknowledging the fact that you can't move forward. Sometimes that's enough to help, lose the intensity on it. For some of you, it may have gone up, in which case we're probably looking at something else that's popped into your head and your brain's gone to something else. So if that's the case, write that down. Write down, whatever it is that's come into your head. So I want you to have a quick think as well about how does this make you feel? So not being able to step up and step forward. All right, so Amy's saying hers is pretty intense. So did it come down, Amy, at all, or are we still pretty high? So feel free to answer again if you don't want to answer. Totally fine as well. If what is the feeling behind what's cropping up for you? Are we feeling frustrated, frustrated with yourself, angry with yourself, ashamed? Do you feel weak? Do you feel like, I don't know, sad? Whatever it is that's cropping up. Is there a feeling? Oh, so Amy's has gone up. So is there something else that's cropped up, Amy? Is there something that we started with something and then that's kind of reminded you of something else, or have we gone? So what we'll do is we'll just tap a little bit more. Hopefully it'll come down, Amy. If something else has popped into your head, then definitely write it down. Even if you're not aware of it, it's probably your brain, because what tends to happen is your brain doesn't like to focus on things that make us upset. So it will try and go somewhere else often. So sometimes if it's going up, that's almost a good thing because, so you've got something else. Yep, so write that something else down and, hopefully that'll come down as well while we're going. If not, then keep that in your mind and do some tapping yourself, or send me a message and I can give you a bit of guidance for sure. Now, what was I saying? Totally forgotten. But anyway, we'll keep tapping and see where we end up. All right, here we go. I can't take a step forward. I just can't step up. I can't take that step forward. I can't be brave. I can't make those changes. I don't seem to be able to do it. Oh, it frustrates me. I really want to be brave. I want to make changes. Just can't. I keep blocking myself, telling myself I can't, comparing myself to others. I just can't do it. It makes me feel really angry with myself. I feel angry with myself. I feel angry with myself. I feel frustrated, really frustrated. I want to step up and be brave, but I just don't know how. I feel angry, so angry with myself, really angry with myself. I want to step up. I just can't seem to. Don't know why, but I just can't. I feel frustrated. I feel angry. I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed and embarrassed. I feel ashamed and embarrassed. I feel ashamed and embarrassed. Why can't I step up? What's wrong with me? Other people can do it. Why can't I? What's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? I want to step up and be brave. I want to make changes. Just can't. I'm so angry. I'm so frustrated. I'm so sad. I'm really sad. I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed. I just avoid starting. It makes me angry. I just avoid starting. I just avoid it. I don't know why. I just do. And then I feel frustrated. And then I feel angry. And then I feel embarrassed. And then I feel ashamed. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. Again, a few deep breaths. While I'm doing this, have a feel. They're holding tension anywhere, as you know, often we start to do this and we start to feel some tension somewhere. Some of us will be chest, some of us will be shoulders, neck, you know, some people will be head, but generally it's, you know, the chest and the shoulders and the neck or the jaw. I'm a clencher myself. So jot that down where you're feeling it, if you're feeling it in your body. Again, if something else has popped into your head, jot that down while we're here. Has your intensity come up, gone down? Hopefully it's starting to move down. Even Amy, who was having some problems before with hers going up because something else cropped into her head, hopefully now your brain's starting to just, you know, realise that things are not so scary and that things are starting to move for you. Hi, Tracy. Good to see you. All right. So any feedback, Amy, in particular, seeing you'd mentioned yours had gone up and it was feeling quite intense. If it's not, oh, good. Oh, gone way down. Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? Like you sort of, you know, all you're doing is simple words, following a really simple pattern and tapping on yourself. Like, who'd have thought this stuff would work? But it does. It's amazing. All right. So excellent. I'm really excited, Amy. You've made my night. Okay. So hopefully everyone's feeling, you know, well, hopefully you're not feeling too much tension and stress, but if you're feeling it in your body, you know, jot that down, take a note of where it is. Hopefully we can reduce that. So in this next tapping bit, so my glass has got a bit of glare, we're going to have a look at what stops you being brave. So we may have reduced the intensity around what's going on, but we want to understand of what's underneath that. Why? What is it that stops you? What is it about yourself that stops you? You know, you'll probably make some excuses. I don't have time, I don't have money, and they're all valid, completely valid, but there's probably still an emotional thing beneath it. So we'll tap as we're going. You know, if what I say resonates, jot it down, make a note of it. If a memory crops up, again, jot it down, make a note of it, because that's what's underneath it all. And once we start to, you know, break the back of what's underneath it, then hopefully the whole thing will collapse and then you'll just be able to just take that step forward, you know. So, all right, we'll see how we go. I can't take that step forward. I'm not really sure why. Hopefully this will cause something to come up and then I'll realise what it is and then I can work on it. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Just being here is enough. can't take that step. But I'm going to have a think about it. I'm going to think about why. Why don't I take those steps? What's the reason behind it all? What is it that's going on? I don't want to stand out. I don't want to stand out. By taking a step forward and changing things, I might stand out. I might get looked at. I might get noticed. And that scares me. That scares me more than stepping up. I don't want to be noticed. I want to stay safe. I want to stay safe. I want to stay safe in the background. I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to stand out. I don't want to stand out. I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to be seen. I want to be safe. I want to be quiet and safe. I want to be quiet and safe. I want to be quiet and safe. People have laughed at me before when I stepped up. I don't want to get laughed at. I don't like being laughed at. I don't like to be ridiculed. I don't like to be ridiculed. I don't want to be laughed at. I don't want to be laughed at. I failed once and everyone laughed. I remember it. I was embarrassed. I stood out for all the wrong reasons. People stared at me. I was embarrassed. People laughed at me. People laughed at me. People laughed at me. I want to stay safe. I want to stay hidden. I don't want to be noticed. I want to stay safe. I don't want to be noticed. I feel frustrated. I feel frustrated these things get in the way. I should just be able to do it. Why can't I take this first move? I want to be brave. I want to step up. But I just can't. Why am I hiding? What's coming up? I don't want to be laughed at. I don't want to be looked at. I want to be safe. I want to hide. I want to hide. But I'm starting to want to move forward. I keep thinking about it. And it does frustrate me. It frustrates me I can't. But I think about taking the steps. I think about taking some steps. I think about taking some steps. Okay. How are we all feeling? Has anything come up from anyone? Have you sort of suddenly realised you've had an aha moment, an epiphany about what it is that holds you back, that you don't want to be noticed, that doing something different and something new, people might notice you, and that's scary, you know. There's a lot of reasons. Something may have happened to you in the past where you stood out and that was detrimental to you. So you've kind of hung on to that. So, you want to stay safe in the pack. You don't want to be noticed, to step up, to step out. It's safe. It's safe. So if anyone that's coming up for anyone, love to hear if your intensity is shifting a little bit. Amy, good. Oh, we're going well tonight. So, hopefully, that we're sort of, heading for the right track, and your brain's just starting to process some of this stuff that's probably been sitting in your subconscious forever. So this is just an interesting thing of how my friend Sonia, I'm not sure if she's watching tonight, but hey, Sonia, if you are, she was saying the other day that she'd heard on a podcast or had read it somewhere. I'm not sure where she saw it, but that taking the first steps is the hardest, which we all know. You know, taking that decision, making that decision, and then taking that first step to something different is really difficult. Yeah, see, Amy's got safety. Yeah, so feeling safe, like we all just want to be safe. And safe is different to different people's. But you'll love this story then, Amy. This is a really good one. She said, it's kind of like where you are is hell now. So it's not where you really want to be. Like you don't want to be here. You want to make changes and you want to move. So you're aware that you need to do something. But where you're standing is really hot and it's hell. There's a ladder to help you get out. But to take a step on that ladder is a step into the unknown. You don't know what is going to be on that ladder. And that first step on that ladder is going to be really hot. Like you've got this metal ladder in hell. You know, that first step is hot. It's not really going to be any different from where you are. So you have to make that decision to stay at the bottom of the ladder where it's safe, where you know that things might be painful and it might hurt, but you know exactly what it is. You know that you're safe there. You might not like it, but you know you're safe. So you take that first step up the ladder and it's hot and it's uncomfortable. You don't know how safe the ladder is. You don't know how big the rungs are. You don't know where you're going. It's a really big decision. It's a really big step. Once you've taken the first step and it's really hot, it can take you a little while to take the next step. But hopefully the next step is a little bit easier. And as you get up the ladder, the rungs get cooler and cooler. And you start to be able to go, okay, I've taken a couple of steps. I'm working my way up. This is working really well for me. The steps are getting easier. The ladder rungs are getting cooler. You're making your way up. So, which kind of made total sense to me. So Sonia's analogy, I'm not sure where she got it from. Apologies to the person that she got it from because I can't give you credit. But it made, really sense. So you need to work on knowing that the rungs get cooler and it gets easier to climb those rungs. You know, the first rungs might feel like they're 6 foot apart. But as you go up the ladder, the rungs get a little bit easier to climb and a little bit cooler and a little bit safer and a little bit sturdier. So I don't know if that analogy works for some of you. I really liked it. Another one that I know I sometimes imagine is that your life is a soccer field or, some sort of sports field. There's lots of lines all over the place. Those lines are the rules. So those lines are the rules. We don't want to step out of the line because that means we're in trouble. We've done something wrong, or it's not safe outside the lines. We like to just be in the lines. We like to just be where it's safe, where it's in the line. When we step out, there's an umpire, which is probably our little voice in our head going, oh, don't do that, don't do that. It's not safe. You're breaking the rules. That's not what you normally do. Get back in the line. So we have that little voice. What we need to do is train that little voice to say, or to say to the little voice, it's okay, we're just going to extend our playing field just that bit more. Not much, just a little bit. And see, I'm still safe. I'm still okay. So we extend that playing field that is our life or whatever it is that we're working on. Just extend it a bit. So you can still feel a little bit safe, but just say to that little voice, I'm just going to move it a little bit, just a little bit, not much, just a little bit. So that's the first steps. So I'm hoping that makes sense to some of you because I quite like, personally I tend to use the soccer field and the umpire. Sometimes I turn my umpire if I'm really thinking about it and I'm really having a day where I'm just really aware. I turn my soccer guard into a lollipop lady, because a lollipop lady as you cross the road, is like, whoa, safety first. You don't want to be crossing the road without me because you're going to get run over. A bus is going to come and wipe you out. So you need to be, safe and secure and not take chances and not take risks and all that sort of stuff. So what you need to say to the safety guard is, look, I'm a grown-up now. I can look both ways before I cross the road, and I'll make sure I don't get run over by a bus. So that's another kind of way to look at it. Sometimes I use that one, particularly if I know I can do something, but I know something's holding me back, but I don't know what it is. So I tend to, use kind of a combination of those things on myself and on my clients as well. So hopefully something in that resonates really well with you. Hello, Leanne. Hopefully that, love a bit of feedback on any of those, just because it's nice to kind of work out which one works for people the best. And obviously everyone's different, so some's going to work for you and some isn't. Another thing I've read from Jim Rohn was that he said you can be in this big fog and you don't really know where to go. You're not sure what to do, which direction to go in, because you can only see 2 meters ahead of you. But he said if you take a step, you see a further 2 meters. You take another step, you see a further 2 meters. So it's all, you may not see the big complete picture, the big end. And that's a bit scary for people. Walking around in the unknown is a really scary feeling for us as humans. Safety is a big thing. We all like to feel, see, Amy, I like the hell is, it was a really visual thing for me. I could imagine there's hot coals and this ladder going up. So, it really was it's a book or a talk or something. I'll see if I can find out from Sonia what it is, and I'll pop it on here, see if she can remember where she read it from. So that's, so don't feel bad that you have trouble making these first steps, because, you want to be safe. So just remember that, and then try and, remind yourself that these steps are hard and that you've got to, it's like learning to walk really, but, there's kind of that drive there. You just need to tap into that drive again from when you're a baby. And I guess what tends to happen is the scared child takes over from us because they want to be safe. And, what we need to do is remember that the adult that really wants to take those steps forward, they need to be the one in charge, not let the scared, little kid or the teenager who's really just has no idea what they want to do or where they want to go. So there's sort of some visualizations that you can use. More than happy to use work again on this, because it's a really big topic, and look at we call it the Australian Tapping Institute, who drives your bus. So who you get in the driver's seat of your life, like who's got control. Is it the 2 or 3 year old? Is it the teenager who kind of has an idea how to drive but really doesn't have a driver's license? Who's sort of leading you? Is it the right person who's leading you? So, all right. So hopefully we're kind of still in the right zone here, and we will continue to tap and try to think about now moving forward and being brave and taking those first steps. So we will, so follow along. Oops, sorry, I'm just bumping my computer. These first steps are hard. I like to be safe. These first steps are hard. But at least I've thought about it. The thought's there. And that's the first step. So I've already taken that first step. Just by thinking about doing something else. Just by thinking about being brave. Thinking about stepping forward. Means I've taken the first step. I've taken the first step. I've taken the first step. I'm ready to keep going. I think I can do it. I just need to imagine. I need to imagine stepping onto the ladder. I've already taken the first step just by thinking about it. So I'm on the bottom rung. I'm on my ladder. I'm on the ladder. I'm on my ladder. Now I've just got to take the next step. Got to take the next step up. But I feel safe where I am. And taking that step's pretty tough. But I can imagine being brave. I can imagine me taking that step. I can imagine it. And that's another step. That's a step just by thinking about it. Thinking about how I can do it. Thinking about stepping forward. Thinking about stepping up. I might not see the complete path. In fact, I probably can't. I don't know that anyone can see the complete path. So I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I can feel safe. I can take those steps. I can move forward. And I can be safe. I can be safe. It's okay to be slow. There's no race. It's okay to be slow. Because if I'm slow, I feel safe. But I want to keep moving. It's okay to feel scared. But I want to keep moving. It's okay to worry. But I know I want to go ahead. I understand the ladder's still going to be hot. But knowing I'm on the way is great. I know I'm on the way. 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 I'm on the way to being brave. I'm on the way to being brave. I'm on the way to being brave. Okay. Checking in. How's that feeling? Are we feeling, is all that tension? If anyone had any tension, in their body, jaw, as I said, I'm a jaw tension person, in your chest, anything, hopefully that's easing off. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more able, a little bit lighter. Have a think back as to what you were at the beginning, the intensity at the beginning. Jot down how that's feeling now. Sorry, my computer is sliding. It's just, I've got it on something else to raise it up, and it's sliding around a little bit. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, first time, just copy along. Can't get it wrong. Tonight we're looking at how hard it is to step up and be brave and make changes in our life that we know we want to do. And we just find it really, really hard to do. So we're just trying to shift some stuff, make you at least think about being brave, stepping up, taking those first tiny steps. Yeah, Amy, you're a jaw person too. Yeah, I'm a jaw and a chest. I'm a jaw and a chest girl. So, yeah, it's interesting how, you don't even sometimes realise that you've got this physical stuff you're holding on to. So, yep, definitely, Therese. Yeah, tap along. Hopefully you'll get something out of it and it makes sense. Definitely feel free to send me a PM after. Hopefully you got the info at the start. Yeah, you just copy me. If you're surrounded by other people, feel free to just say it in your head. But out loud's really good. But, yeah, in your head's fine too. Okay, so hopefully everyone is now starting to reduce and feel lighter, happier, and at least suddenly had a bit of a aha moment that, small steps are fine. It's okay to feel unsafe, all that sort of stuff. And hopefully we'll keep on moving. All right. I can be brave. I can be brave. It's not about taking huge jumps. It's not about huge jumps. I just need to take the small steps. Small steps are fine. I can still be safe. and make changes. I can still be safe and make changes. I can still be safe and make changes. I can be brave and make changes. I can be brave and make changes. I've just got to realise it takes time, and I'll be okay. It takes time, but I'm on the way. I'm even brave. I'm brave just for considering change. I'm brave. I'm brave just for taking some steps. I'm proud of myself for thinking about it. I am trying. I will try. The first steps are the toughest, but just by turning up tonight, I've started. By being here, I've started. I've taken the steps. I can feel safe and move forward. I'll learn to be brave. I'll learn to climb the ladder. I can learn to keep going. I can learn that it's okay. I don't have to stand out if I don't want to. I can be safe and make changes. I can be safe and make changes. I can be brave. I can be brave. I am brave. I am brave. I'm stepping up. I'm on the way. I've made the decision. I'm on the way. Okay. Again, a couple of deep breaths. See how you're going. Again, hopefully everyone's intensity is dropping as we're going, and you're feeling now that you're okay, that you're good. Is anything else popping up for anyone? Sometimes, like I said, as we get through, something else will pop up. If that's the case, jot it down. That's something to work on during the week. So feel free to message me if something else is really coming and you don't really know how to start, what to do. Hopefully now you're at least considering being brave, stepping up, realising that you can do it, that you're all good. So anyone wants to comment, feel free. Otherwise, comment away and we'll just keep going and see what we can get out of it. There are some great things about me. I have some great skills. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can take small steps. I can take small steps. I can move forward. I can see my path. I might not see all of it, but I can at least see the next rung. I can see the next foot. I can see the next step. And that's all I've got to take. It's one step at a time. Just one step. Just got to take that step. I've already taken the first one, so I can take the next. I can take that first step. I'm on the way. No, Therese, you just copy along. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, you've obviously missed the start. You just tap on where I'm tapping and repeat the words. So just tap along. I am brave. I am brave. I am brave. I'm pretty clever. I've come along tonight. I'm on the way. I can do this. I am brave. I can take these steps. I feel confident. I can do this. Again, just check in. The other thing I guess you can do is remember a time where you were brave and where you did step up and when things went really well from you. You know, you can do it. You can be brave. So find the positive times, not the negative ones. We hold on to that negative stuff so easily. So hopefully, remember a time where things did go really well for you. You did it then. You can do it now. Trees, definitely. You're tapping along. We're sort of heading towards the end now. But yeah, you tap along on where I'm tapping with just a couple of fingers and repeat the phrases. Okay, so we're going to go into some positive rounds to finish off. Please contact me after if your intensity is still really high. Obviously, something's going on. I don't want to leave you feeling really stressed. If, as we're going, which I should have said at the start, things are, it's really nice just to, as I'm talking, just to tap on the, somewhere that's nice for you. This one, I like this one. I also like this one. So, yes, whoever's asking, these are on the spiritual events directory every week. You can replay. Otherwise, pop onto my Facebook page, which is DM Transformational Coach. They're on there as well for replaying to review. The other good thing is, this stuff is really great daily. Even if you're feeling good now, if you start to feel you're coming down from this and you want to keep going, pop on, do it every day. Every day is great if you can. Every couple of days is okay too, whenever you can get to it. The other thing to sort of keep your momentum going is to jot down those positive things that happen to you during the day so that you keep that confidence level up and find something you did that was great today. It might be you made the best cup of tea of your life. It doesn't have, I'll share my Facebook link just right at the end. So I'll sign off because I'm on a different software thing. Actually, let me just, I can't get you let me just type in, this is my Facebook page. This is if you do a search for that, hopefully that's popped up. So I'm on some software and I've not really used it before. So hopefully you guys can see that. I can't see where that's sent. But anyway, there we go. Yep. So if you search for that, you'll find me. And I'll pop the link when I sign off at the end. So once it's popped up as a recording, it'll be on there. Okay, sorry, getting back down. Keep that journal of joy or of confidence. Go for the positive. Like, this is important stuff. Okay, so we will keep going and we'll finish on a really positive round, and then I'll do a quick summary at the end. So stay tuned. Okay. I am unique. I'm amazing. I am brave. I can believe in myself. I can believe in myself. I'm amazing. Sorry, my alarm just went off. I am amazing. I'm special. I'm a good friend. I'm a good listener. I'm a caring person. I'm amazing. I'm unique. I'm safe. I'm safe. I am safe. I am centered. And I am safe. I am brave. I am brave. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I can do this. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. I am brave. I am amazing. I am brave. I am amazing. I am brave. I am amazing. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I am brave. I am amazing. Okay. Deep breaths. Hopefully you're all feeling a little bit better, a little bit lighter, a little bit more energized, more confident. As I said, I love doing the confidence stuff, particularly in the tapping circle. It's a bit harder to do the trauma and, the stuff that is going to bring up, some really deep stuff for people. Prefer to do that one-on-one. But, yeah, this stuff's just great. I am available for private one-on-ones. I can do it online like this or in person if you happen to be in Tasmania. Yeah, definitely contact me. Again, more than happy to have a chat, give you some information about any of this stuff. Some good things to keep your feeling of confidence up. I've been listening to a great podcast called Women Are the Journey. Yeah, I've loved it. There's some really amazing women, really inspirational women on there. They're about 30, 40 minutes long. I'm on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. my time, but whatever time zone you're in, this time every Tuesday. Another great book that I personally have got a lot out of is called Playing Big by Tara Moore, I think it is. That's great too. That's about looking at, where that playing field is and the little boundaries that you set up and trying to get over those boundaries. So that's a great, I listened to that on Audible books. Yeah, Therese, you're in New Zealand, so you're a couple of hours behind. You're nearly bedtime for you. So whatever time this is for you, and it's an hour long. Yep. So we're at the end now. We're at right at the end. So sort of, yeah. Name of the book is Playing Big by Tara Moore. I'll jot that down. Actually, I think it's, and I cannot, so I may even have it sitting next to my bed. No, I don't. Tara, and I think it's spelt like this, but I will find out for sure, and I've just typed that in for you. I will find out. Oops, sorry, dropped my laptop. I will find out for sure how to spell it, and I'm pretty sure, I keep thinking it's called something else, but I'm pretty sure it's Playing Big by Tara Moore. She's great. Really loved it. Really, really loved it. And the podcast is Women Are the Journey. Really like that as well. Really, they have guest speakers on, and I've listened to most of them. They're really, really great. So listen to those. Definitely keep your journals, whatever's propped up, tap on that during the week, whatever it is that, if we didn't get rid of it, keep tapping on that. There's lots of great books on EFT. Haven't got a specific one that I like more than any others. Just Google whatever. I've got a couple of different ones that all are as good as each other. EFT is really fascinating. It is just unbelievable that something so simple can work so well. It's hard to explain to people who haven't experienced it. Definitely, drag some friends into the tapping circle. This is obviously free for you guys. It's part of my business that I do to just sort of help out. Okay, a beginner's book. I'll see what I can find. I've got a couple of different ones. I'll have a hunt through my library. I'm just trying to think what it's called. I can't remember, and it's not anywhere near me that I can have a look. Dawson Church, I think, is the author. Let me write her name in. I'm pretty sure. Hers. Basically, what you want to do is you've got your tapping points. You want to remember to start with the negative. So if you're doing it yourself, you need to start with the negative points because that's where all the emotional charge lays. It's all very well to say, we'll just top on the positive. I don't want to look at the negative. No, to get rid of it, you need to look at that negative first. And as Amy will say, hers actually went up, but that's where you get to the heart of the matter. That's where you can kind of find out what's going on for you. Then you can start to turn it round, and go into the what what is actually, you look at your intensity as it's dropped down. If it drops down to a really nice low number, 0 to 2, maybe a 3, you can start to turn it round. Tree says, to be honest, pop onto my Facebook page. I've got some basic info there. Really, if you just do a bit of a Google, it'll pop up everywhere. Like, there'll be quite a bit of stuff about there. The only thing I will say is if you're following a script from someone, like even to a certain point, it doesn't always address what comes up for you. So it'll help you, but it may not get rid of the emotional stuff behind you. So that would be my only sort of questionable thing about following scripts. And even the same with this tapping circle. I can't address everyone's issue. You can only, cover a broad range. Tapping stuff is done best one-on-one, but this stuff still is really beneficial. It really is. So, definitely join my Facebook page. I'm endeavouring to get a bit more social media active. It's not my strong point, but that's my being brave and stepping forward, is to learn a bit more about social media and to be a bit more out there, put myself out there. Someone said to me this week, if your goals aren't making you uncomfortable, they're not big enough. So that's something to think about. Let me have a quick think about anything else. Hopefully you're all doing quite well now. You're feeling much better. Journal the positive. Journal, says me, who's not a massive journaler. Find, the good things at the end of the day, what's working, what's worked well for you. It will turn things around. We're not going to wake up tomorrow and totally have changed our life. But you're going to have taken those steps that are in the right direction. Okay, feedback always welcome, on content and on little things like sound and video quality. Tonight I'm noticing on the play that I'm a bit blurry, so hopefully you guys aren't getting that, because that's really disconcerting when you're listening to something and you're getting that. Any suggestions on a topic for next week, please feel free to contact me. Again, I really love doing this sort of confidence, stepping up kind of stuff. So hopefully everyone's getting something from that, and we'll keep sort of following in these themes. I will do like a cravings if anyone wants to do that, or anxiety or nervous. I had to go to the dentist today, so I was tapping madly at the dentist while I was there. There we go, I guess. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for turning up. Really appreciate you guys coming in and giving me some feedback and asking me questions. Love questions. Love questions. I will pop my Facebook page on here. Actually, I can probably, excuse me for disappearing. I don't know if I disappear from you guys, but I will quickly find my page before I go. There is a way to share it, but I can't remember how to do that. It's not going to come up for me quickly. Oh. Share, but I don't think it'll copy the link. Anyway, let me come back to you all. I will pop that on after this. Feel free to send me a PM, Denise McMaster Kingston. Let me type that in for you. Again, you'll find me on the my Facebook page. There we go. Send. If you wanted to send me a personal message, otherwise pop on my Facebook page. I'll get it there anyway. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along. Sorry we're gone a bit over time. Thank you. Appreciate it. Amy, thank you. Really glad things are feeling good for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. And be brave. Night.